Now watch. He said, we know who behind it. And he said, this is Antifa. And then walked away. He told you who was behind the dirt. So now look, everybody up in arms about this. When they was talking about the funeral, he tweeted about the old man, right? So everybody like disregarding that as if he making some shit up. Why would he say that if it don't have any of these? He got the paperwork.
That's my thing.
He got the paper trail. You got to remember, he got the FBI.
Exactly. Why? You know, that's my
investigators giving him information.
But you can't tell these people nothing. Like, we making them mad. They are really messing with the video. Can y'all still see me? I know, right? I know. Yeah. Right. You're they messing your whole every time you say something, they cutting it out. They don't want you getting this message out, fam. Oh
You
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But you know,
Yep.
everything that he's done and said has been for the people. They just make it seem like it's not. Everything. You know, and we just get so wrapped up with, okay, with the way he looks, right? Oh, he's white, he can't be for us, when it's been statistically proven that the people who look like us have not been for us. I mean, what has Jesse Jackson, L. Sharpton, what have any of them done for us? For real, for real.
Set
Seriously.
us
And they've
back.
been out in the exactly. Exactly. What have they done for us for real? Nothing. Nothing.
Well,
You know.
let me catalog some of their great achievements. Jesse Jackson has been proven to be instrumental in the assassination of Martin Luther King. Al Sharpton has been proven to be a wired FBI informant in New York. You know, then why they call these motherfuckers
They have
out
done
every
shit
time?
for us. Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
then you know, people tell me about
any of this.
Yeah. So people tell me about the Nation of Islam, this, the Nation of Islam, funded by Jews. Every black organization in our community, and when you trace it back,
Facts. Facts. You know, even Martin Luther King, all of them, they told you we'll never give you a leader.
yeah, look, to take it even a step further, they changed the view of the leader that in less than a generation, they changed the view of the leader from the way that we saw him to the way they want us to see him. The good ones and the bad ones.
Facts. Facts.
Like
You're back.
Look, when you go back and you get his speeches, you can get them translated into English, and you find out who and what he was fighting about. Then you ain't so sure he the bad guy no more. He clearly identified all his grievances. Clearly, what his grievances is, and if they didn't get their foot off his people neck, what he was gonna do next. And when they didn't get their foot off, they wouldn't give him no relief. France was the prime culprit because it had a remarkable price tag on Germany, where Germany could only go so deep in debt till they took a wheelbarrow full of money to buy a loaf of bread. right?
Ridiculous.
So this is what they was trying to do over here: collapse the
Mm-hmm.
economy, send the people into chaos, then come in with another contract for us to sign our lives away for another 200 years, and
Here,
it
I'm
ain't
gonna
gonna
help
happen.
you. At all. At all. They sending shit now to send the kids back to school. Fuck that shit. It's not, there is no more school. There is no more any of this. It's no more. None of
Any,
this.
any anybody sending children to school at this particular time, they part of the problem.
Facts.
Because the schools was where they was where they was monitoring your child to see who child they was gonna eat, who organs they was gonna harvest, and which one was gonna be their sex toy. Stop sending your kids to public motherfucking auction.
Oh yeah, and it's the gifted ones. You already know they come after the gifted ones. Those the ones in the gifted program, they manipulate them. Hmm? Oh yeah. You know, so it's messed up because they you mm-hmm. Yep.
They don't like their secrets being exposed. So they interfere with your shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we know they got people in positions and places that work at like Microsoft, people that work at Facebook, YouTube, people that work at corporation. They put their people in the top positions. They handpick who they're gonna put there because they know that these are the ones who they can rely on to effectuate their agenda.
Yes, facts,
You know,
facts. You know, and then they get the kids with the gifted program and they start manipulating them at the young age so that they can go ahead and harvest their energy. You know, it's so wicked. It's so wicked. It is just we just got to wake up. We got to stop wanting we gotta stop giving our power away. We gotta stop selling our kids out for just some a few minutes of relief. Your kids is cool. Just get to know them. Get to know your kids. Go
you know,
outside and play with them.
I learned this from watching young mothers with their kids. The ones who enjoy their kids the most, when they with their kids, they become a kid with them. But they
Facts.
also remember, their parental role. But when they kids on the slide, they on the slide too.
Yes.
Then they in the bouncy, they bouncing with them too. This is this bonding time for the parent and the child, just like it is when the kids all on the playground together. But we don't
Exactly.
want to be children no more because it's politically incorrect.
Because we think we
Man, fuck
grown.
that.
Fuck that. You know what? I play with my daughter. You know, I use that as a way to heal my inner child. You know what I'm saying? See, people, you gotta be smarter than this. The fuck that. I'm playing with you. We riding bikes, we doing all of that. Every day I see her, I tell her I love her a million times. Cause not only am I speaking to her, but I'm speaking to my kid, the kid that's in me. Cause I need love too, damn it. So guess what? I love you. We play, we do Nerf. Man, that's when you get your power, when you realize you are still a child and you enjoy being a kid. You want to be a kid because it feels good. You imagine how fucking powerful you were when you were a kid, making shit fly across the room just out of nowhere. You know, fuck, the worst thing that they did for us is make us want to be adults. Who the fuck
So
wants to be
look,
grown?
so one, I'm gonna do a little quick recap because some of the stuff I want the people to take note of
Mm-hmm.
is that if they pay attention to Trump and his insanity, he's giving them all of the secrets to the kingdom, and that the king has returned. And we validate this with Black Law's Dictionary and Supreme Court rule. I'm not going to do all that today, but y'all know that Black's Law Dictionary and the Supreme Court should be your anchor, your final destination for finding the meaning of the words, because the Black's Law Dictionary will tell you how the attorney use it, and the Supreme Court ruling will tell you how it is applied at the highest echelons of law in the land. Even though it's all a fraud. The whole system is a fraud, and I'm going to prove it. All right, it says right here, in law, Fraud is intentional deception. That means it's done on purpose to secure unfair, that means that they cheating, or unlawful, that means it's illegal, gain, or to deprive a victim of a legal right, unalienable rights. At this point, if I can show that they depriving you of an inalienable right, that's a legal right, right? That just make you become a victim. That made you become a victim, right? Then I got to show you that it was an unfair deception to secure unfair or illegal gain. So I got to show you why it's off balance and it's against the law, right? It's off balance and it's against the law. All right, now, as far as the police shooting, go to United States Code 1983, color of law. Put that in the description portion. United States Code 1983, color of law. In there, anybody who goes in disguise as law enforcement fraudulently and commits an act is guilty under that for acting under the color of state law, right? So the remedy is in there in that same section for acting under the color of law. So now watch this. Once you find the fraud and all of this, this makes the whole thing, the whole deck of cards come tumbling down. So let me show you where the fraud is. You go to Google, the same way you looked up the meaning of this word, and you put in all law commercial. Okay, now you go down. You know what? I might have it on this paper. I don't got a paper down here with me. I got it written down. But all law is commercial, right? So first, we gonna find out what commercial law is. And then I'm gonna pull up the law that say all law is commercial. It says commercial law is a body of law that governs business and commercial transactions. It is often considered to be a branch of civil law and deals with issues of both private law and public law. It is also called business law, right? Now, let's go to business law because this is another name for commercial law. That means they're concealing something of commercial law's nature. And it's also known as trade law. So now it's business law and trade law, right? So now, they don't even have a link for business law. So let's go to trade law. Let's see what the trade law is. Nope, they don't have a click link for that either. Now, once you understand that this right here is civil law, right? Civil law. That means that somebody's suing you. So that means like if me and Kareem, like if I run into Kareem's car and he file a complaint, take me to court and sue me to fix this car. Yeah. That is a civil complaint. Now, under federal law, watch this. You're not supposed to be incarcerated for a civil infraction. So when you go there, civil tort, not eligible for prison. Civil tort law. You pull it up. Right here, it explains you the difference between criminal law and civil law. Now remember, all law is commercial. That means what they told us was criminal law is in fact commercial law.
I have to prove that with their own words, right? So watch what they say. The main difference between a criminal law and a civil law has to do with the type of punishment involved. It's right here. Now, this is legalmatch.com/article/civil-tort-law HTML, right? So that's the reference page. Look it up right there, so y'all can see I'm not making this shit up. Criminal offenses may lead to incarceration in jail or prison, right? Civil violations such as torts, the person may not be incarcerated. Let my motherfucking people go, Pharaoh. I'm not bullshitting. I'm coming for mine. Your fucking shit say it. Not mine. I didn't make this shit. I didn't write it. I just know where to get the shit so my people don't be blind no more. Surely my children suffered enough for lack of knowledge. It say the punishment will have to take the form of monetary damages or an injunction, which is in a court order requiring the person to cease their violations. So now, Kareem, write this down. We got to file an injunction with the United Nations and a cease and desist order for the fraudulent practice of government in our land under false pretenses, which I have to prove. Everybody in prison right now is in there illegal, because right here, the difference in criminal law and civil law is punishment, right? Now, for y'all to understand, how do you get from a criminal case to a civil case and back and forth? It's about Article 3 courts. No state court is an Article 3 court, right? Article 3 courts is in your Constitution, Article 3. Right here, Article 3 courts, also called Article 3 tribunals. Now keep that in mind, what that's called. Keep this in mind, this word, write that word down, Kareem, because it's a military term. A tribunal is not a civilian term. I'd have been saying from the beginning, we got sacked in the war and we lost. Moore signed a treaty that kept us in bondage until July the 4th, 2019, when the treaty expires. It expired. The only treaty ever expired. The Treaty of Peace and Friendship expired on July the 4th, which gave the indigenous people, once they understand their rights, the right to reclaim their land and their wealth from all over the planet. Everybody didn't get verified me to come get their shit, and I'm coming. I'm coming to get mine. Now, it's an Article 3 courts are the U.S. Supreme Court, right? So the U.S. Supreme Court, y'all, is a military tribunal court. And the inferior courts of the United States. Now, you notice you don't see the word America behind that. Established by the Congress, which currently are the 13 United States Courts of Appeals. You see that? 13 state court of appeals. Now, 13 state courts have to be represented each by a bank or they do not exist. I have to show y'all 13 banks. It's 13 Federal Reserve banks. I done already posted that information on my page. I'll send it to Portia later to come back and tag this video with it. I'm just going to take a picture. Now, only thing I got now left to show y'all to prove that we have a valid case, I have to show y'all that America is in agreement with the United Nations as to resolution of the fraud. Because the fraud is what you call prima facie apparent. Because right here it just told you that these courts are tribunals. And that the Supreme Court and the inferior courts of the United States, established by the Congress, which currently are the 13 United States Courts of Appeals. The Courts of Appeals are all tribunals, right? The 91 United States district courts, 91 district courts, are under the jurisdiction of those 13 courts. Now notice that number 13. 13 stars and stripes. 13 leaves, 13 arrows, 13 stripes here. You know, this is telling you I'm coming to bust they shit open and watch me do it. Now, let me make sure I ain't missing nobody on their questions. Only thing that's gonna get y'all back under the slave contract is trying to get a nationality card. The nationality card is recontracting. It's what you call resurrected contract. You resurrecting this contract by getting a nationality card. Don't get a fucking nationality card. Don't respond to subpoenas. Don't respond to their shit. We finna shut their doors. So we gotta go